All right, so we were down at the lube oil skid right below the turbine. This line right here is lube oil coming to the lube oil skid, so unfiltered oil coming into the lube oil skid. This is a three-way valve because we have duplicate heat exchangers. Each of them is 100% capacity, so you have basically an in-service spare. And then same with the cooling water to the lube oil heat exchangers. So we want to switch these over at the same time if we need to. Also very important, if you are going to switch it over, make sure that you have your isolation valves opened up. If you switch it over with an isolation valve closed, the equipment's not going to get any oil. It's just going to go out of the relief valves up on the turbine. But oil comes into the skid, through the heat exchanger, up into the filter housing. It's a duplex filter housing. Come over here and talk about how to change it. It's got a little indicator up here that corresponds to markings on the, square plug that the handle is mounted to. And that's going to indicate which filter is in service. You can change the non-in-service filter while the other is in service. This is a differential pressure gauge across the filter housing. That's what we're going to use to indicate whether or not we need to change the filter. Okay, so this is discharge, another pressure gauge. We've got thermometer, and then we've got the oil RTD. And then back over here, we have our temperature control valve. This is going to be controlling cooling water flow through the heat exchangers, and it's controlled in a loop off of this RTD temperature. Our set point is going to be 113 degrees Fahrenheit, where we want to maintain the water. So in order to maintain that valve, temperature control valve is going to open or close. Okay, so that is lube oil or oil going back to the turbine. We've also got the emergency oil pump back over here with a filter. So that is suction, this is discharge. We also have isolation valves over there. We had to add those in because the emergency oil pump is down below the turbine and there's no isolation valves up top. So in order to change the filter, you'll need to close off the isolation valves. We've got these two small relief valves. Those are thermostatic relief valves. Their purpose is to protect the heat exchangers in the event where the water isolation valves have been closed off and lube oil is running through the heat exchanger, causing the water to heat up and expand thermally. We want that water to have somewhere to go, so it goes out the relief valve.
But
Yep.
so this one is online. Is that why this one is capped?
I capped that one because it was leaking. Okay. I took it off, tore it apart. The seat is no good. It needs to be replaced. Yep.